Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back. So, yesterday we drew our beginning, middle, and end of our problem solution narrative. So, what I want you to do, make sure you have your journal today and a pencil, and you also want to make sure you have something to put spaces between your words. So I'm using this little craft stick. You could use a second pencil or a thicker marker, whatever you would like. So, friends, today I'm going to kind of let you and your grown up decide just how much you do. You're going to get to choose. You today could write all three parts at once, or you could write two parts today and one part tomorrow. So you decide. You can either write the whole thing, the three parts that we're going to do, beginning, middle, end, write it all at once today and have some perseverance and just get through it and never give up. Or if maybe you're short on time today or you just want to take a break, you could write the first two parts, the beginning and the middle. And then tomorrow you would do the end. Okay? So those are your two choices. So maybe you and your grown up can decide which choice would be best for you today. I'm going to write all three parts, but you don't have to unless you and your grown up want to. You can always write your ending tomorrow. Okay? So I am going to grab a writing tool. I'm looking for a black marker. You're going to use a pencil though. Kindergartners always use pencils in their journal. Okay, I have seen in some journals that have been uploaded into Lincoln Learning, I have seen some colored pencil or pen. I really want kindergartners to be using a pencil, so that way you can erase when you make a mistake. I use a marker because this is like a whiteboard and it's easier for you to see my writing with a marker. So that's why I use a marker. All right, friends, let's get started. So I'm going to look at my picture for my beginning, and I'm going to remember that I was decorating my house for the holidays, and that was my beginning. My middle, which is where my problem is one of my ornaments was broken. That's my problem. It was broken. So my solution was I got glue and I fixed it. And then I was happy that I could put it on my tree this year. So that's what I'm going to write today. So I'm going to do just what we've been doing for so many weeks now. I'm going to write and stretch the sounds I hear. And I'm going to bring you closer to me, hopefully not knocking all of my stuff off of my desk. I'm going to move this down here before that falls on the floor. Oh my, we're all fancy and high tech, aren't we? All right, so now you can see better. All right, so I'm going to write my first sentence, my beginning of my narrative. I'm going to fix you a little bit. There we go. So I was decorating my house for the holidays. Or I could just say I was decorating for the holidays. Okay? So I know that the word I is a rainbow word, and it's always capitalized, plus it's the beginning of my sentence. When I write, friends, this is something else I've been noticing in your journals. When we write capital letters, they start at the skyline and go from the skyline to the grass line, okay? And then our lowercase letters usually fall between the plain line and the grass line, or even sometimes the worm line. I want you to really focus on where you're putting your letters on your lines today. I've seen some letters out where I say like in outer space. They're just floating in the sky. Our letters need to be on a line, okay? So I was decorating my house. So I'm going to put my spacer right here, and I'm going to write was. I hear a W. I hear a U. Was. I hear a Z. So that's how I would stretch and write was if I didn't know that rainbow word. Some of you may know that rainbow word. I was, here's a big word that I don't know. decorating. I can ask my grown-up to help me stretch those sounds, or I could just write the sounds that I hear. Because remember, we're kindergartners, we're not grown-ups, so it's okay that we don't write like a grown-up writes, okay? But we're gonna do the best we can. D, 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 eh, eh. I hear E like Eddie. Or Ed, sorry. Deck. That could be a K, could also be a C. I'm gonna write it with a C. I'm gonna take that away for now. Or, I hear an in there. I hear something else. I'm not quite sure what that might be yet, but I definitely hear that sound. A, that's an A. Decorate. I hear T-topped. And then ing. Some of my friends know already that the ing stands for the king of ing, and that is I-N-G. If you don't know that yet, you're going to learn that soon in kindergarten. I was decorating. I'm going to put my stick right here. Well, we know that. M-Y. I'm going to turn you this way. House. I hear an H. Ow. Ow. I hear a sound I'm not quite sure of, but then I also hear a W. House. I hear an S. Now, I could also say for Christmas or for the holidays, and that would be great detail. But for our time today, because I don't want to spend so much time on you watching me write, I want you to write, I'm going to just put a period here and stop for that part. But you could absolutely add that detail, okay? I was decorating my house. So that was my beginning. So I'm going to put a check at my beginning. So in my middle, one of the ornaments was broken, okay? So I have room here, and because I only have this one page, I'm going to write my word one on here. You guys can actually turn your page, so if you wanted, you could come down to the next line if you didn't have enough room. One is beginning of a sentence. We're going to write it with a capital letter. It's a number word. Some of you are already learning your number words as part of your rainbow words. You might know that one is spelled O-N-E, depending on where you are in your rainbow words, okay? I capitalized my O. Who thinks they know why I made this O a capital? Because it's the beginning of a sentence. Good job. I'm going to come down here to my grass line. Of is O-F. That's a rainbow word some of us might know. If you didn't know that, that's okay. One of the, everybody knows the, T-H-E. Ornaments, or is actually O-R. I'm going to help you with that. That's an N. A. M. Ornaments. There's an E in there. Ornament. There's another N. This has a lot of sounds. All right, that was a really good stretch of ornaments. One of the ornaments was I wrote that the way a grown-up would write that. The reason I did that was because some of us have this as a rainbow word, so some of us should know this. Some of us don't. We're all learning at different paces. The ornaments, one of the ornaments was broken. B is B. Is R. O is an O. Now listen, friends. Broke in. In. Do you hear that sight word chunk in that word? In. You do? So then what do you think you should write? I-N, yes. Now that might not look right the way a grown-up would write it, but at least we have that chunk in there that we know it sounds like it sounds correct, okay? All right. And I'm going to put a period because I'm done. Now, friends, I have written my beginning and my middle. If I have a really busy day today, maybe I'm meeting with one of my teachers for a small group, or maybe my day is just extra busy for whatever reason, you can stop here and finish your ending tomorrow. If maybe this is a day where you don't have a small group and maybe you have extra time, maybe it's raining and you can't go out to play, then maybe keep going and write your ending. So you and your grown-up decide if you want to take a break now and come back to this tomorrow, or if you want to keep going and write your ending, okay? I'm going to keep going and I'm going to write my ending. Even if you're stopping at your second part, I want you to keep watching this, okay? So, our ending. I glued it together and I was happy. So I'm going to put a space here and I'm going to write capital I, space, glued, g is G. And I'm squeezing this on here only because I only have this one piece of paper. L. Ooh. Well, what in the world makes ooh? I think I hear a little bit of an O. Okay. Ooh. Maybe we don't know yet, and that's okay. D is D. Okay, so we're just going to write the sounds we hear the best we can, okay? I glued, bring down here, it, I-T. Now, I didn't capitalize it because it's not the beginning of my sentence. I glued it together. Ooh, two, I know. G is G. Is E. Some of my friends know this. TH, very good. Some of you are learning about that in your reading groups. Together. Some of you know that's ER. Maybe you think it's just R. Either is fine, whether you write an ER or an R, it's fine. I glued it together. Period. And now I'm going to add one more because I'm going to talk about how I feel. I was so happy. I really was so happy. So I'm going to write one more sentence. I space was, that's a rainbow word for some of us. I'm going to say so, this is a rainbow word. Happy. E. Okay, I kind of did that kind of quickly. All right, now I have my ending, friends. All right, I'm going to go back and just touch and read and make sure I didn't forget a word. I was decorating my house. One of the ornaments was broken. I glued it together. I was so happy. All right, I have my beginning. I have my middle. I have my end. I also have a problem and a solution. So friends, I know this video is getting kind of long. What I want you to do today is you're not going to write about your broken Christmas tree ornament. That's hopefully not the same problem that you had. You're going to go ahead and you're going to write about your problem, okay? Either the beginning and the middle and save the ending for tomorrow, or the beginning, middle, and end, okay? Do not upload your journal even if you finish, okay? We still have one more thing to do tomorrow, even if you finish, okay? I can't wait to see what you guys write. So have fun, stretch your sounds, stay on the lines, and remember to write capital letters at the beginning, lowercase all throughout the rest of your word, okay? All right, friends, have fun.